What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy, the Destroyer Ruiz. Get this. Andy Ruiz isn't lacking confidence. As Wilder bout looms, he states, "I'm going to win." And this is what he said, quote, "I'm really confident. Nobody can match my style. Once they get inside that ring, I'm like a different person. I feel the abilities that I have, the power, the quickness, the movement, and me being short is an advantage. It's harder for taller guys to fight shorter guys that move around and are fast. I'm going to win." Those are the words of Andy, the Destroyer Ruiz. Let me counterpunch. um, Andy's fast, but he's not quick. Okay, and one thing I can extract. Let's start on the things I agree with. He does have power. He has fast hands. The movement. Well, he has good upper body movement. Okay. And, dealing with someone tall like Deontay, and Deontay may be an inch taller than Joshua. I don't know, because they're all tall, right? They're all taller than me and Andy, right? But him saying, once I get in the ring, I'm like a different person. Nobody can match my style. I'm thinking, where does he get that confidence from? And I hope it's not beating up a 43-year-old Ortiz or whatever. I hope it's not that, because, he's had two fights, in 3 years. Okay, so the year of 2000, the year of 2001, and the year of 2002. He's had two fights. And I'm wondering, where could he get that confidence from? He can't be talking about the rematch of Joshua, because he came in orca fat and he couldn't move. Now, if you can compare 2019 Andy to 2021 Andy, when he fought Chris Arreola, he was definitely faster. He appeared more mobile. He appeared like he was lighter on his feet, but he really didn't show a lot of foot movement. See, his thing is, he's fast when it comes to, upper body and head movement, which is great, but he doesn't do it all the time. He's not an Alexander Usyk. He's not a guy that constantly keeps moving. So he's not, he is he is an easy target, and he's not hard to really hit once he stops moving. I mean, when he is insisting on attacking, he moves his head in defense, but you can catch Andy square up the middle. You just can. Joshua caught him, Chris Arreola caught him, and Deontay Wilder will catch him the same way. And in all three times, he was caught with the same punch, a straight right. Okay? And that was, in dealing with Andy, he's a guy that, he has a chin. I've seen that he could take a punch, but, then you question, well, does Luis Ortiz punch harder than Chris Arreola? Does he punch like that? Or what? Because he did take those shots, and I do think Andy was hurt by Luis Ortiz in the 12th round, because he stopped fighting, and it just made you think, like, okay, damn, what if he was in there with somebody that, wasn't as old, or as vulnerable because he's old, as tired because he's old. What if he was in there with someone that was more of a challenge for him due to equilibrium, balance? Because I didn't see that fight as a balanced fight. I seen a much younger guy, 32 years old, fight a guy 11 years his senior. Right? Dangerous or whatever, it is what it is. Or whatever. Because, of course, we don't know how old Luis Ortiz really is. Let's just be real, right? Officially on paper, he's 43. Okay? But, him saying, it's harder for taller guys to fight me. I do agree with, because it is difficult, because he does have the ability to get low at times, but also, like I explained, also at times he can get hit. Okay, he can get hit and he can be hurt and he's vulnerable. You know, especially when he thinks he's farther enough away from them for them not to attack him. And that will be his downfall, messing with someone like Wilder. You know, Joshua showed him, like, let me just step back, use the jab, and throw the right hand at this guy. What does Wilder do best? Use the jab and throw the right hand at this guy. You know what I mean? So I don't really see him doing that, because Wilder's not going to come in throwing punches. You know, I mean, he did throw some shots at Helenius. You know what I mean? And they were kind of sporadic, you know, like rapid fire shots. You don't know what it had on him, because he didn't land. But, you know, maybe Andy can catch him that way. You know what I mean? And that's if he has nowhere to go. But then again, he could end up like Helenius, because Helenius thought the same thing. Like, let me attack him where he has nowhere to go, left or right. And then he bounces off the ropes with a right hand that puts his lights out. You know, but yeah, Andy, you know, saying, hey, shorter guys that move around that are really fast, I'm going to win. He's acting like he's Manny Pacquiao. He doesn't have footwork like that. You know what I mean? Like, for Andy to do that, especially this newfound Andy that decided to, you know, losing weight and trying to look a certain way, I'm going to eat and do whatever I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And I think it helped him. But I think also it shows that he's not trying to move around like that, because he's not that mobile when he's that big, just by default. I mean, it's hard to carry around 250, 260 pounds, being 6 foot tall. You know what I mean? He's just not that guy. You know, him, kind of like Canelo's really not that guy. He just has good upper body movement, you know. So that he's going to need that against someone like Wilder, though. But nonetheless, he has confidence. He thinks he's going to win. You guys tell me what you think about Andy Ruiz's newfound surging confidence. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace!